If you haven't had an opportunity to watch the pilot episode of Sweetbitter, stop listening now, major spoilers, here we go. We're back, guys. I really want to thank you guys, man, again, man, for just tuning in for all the reviews that I have posted on my channel. I can't thank you enough, man. Seriously, thumbs up to you guys, man. We're talking about Sweetbitter. This is the pilot episode, man, from a Stephanie Danler book. It's on STARZ. I have a love-hate relationship with STARZ, but you know what? Even though they canceled Ash vs. Evil Dead, okay, and they put Bruce Campbell's character of Ashley Williams in retirement, we understand why, okay? It seems like STARZ is trying to get people to subscribe, and I believe that if you give Sweetbitter a chance, you'll subscribe, all right? Pretty much a young woman learns how crazy it is to work in a restaurant. That's the whole premise of the show. You have this this girl. She decides to leave her house, leave everything that she knows behind, and go into the city, the big city of New York, and try to get a job. And she ends up getting a job at this restaurant after getting rejected probably, I think they showed maybe like, let's say 10 or 15 times during the first episode. The pilot episode is actually called Salt, and I don't want to spoil it, but there's a reason why the title of the episode is pretty creative, okay? So I'm not going to spoil that, but she goes to New York. She, applies to all these jobs, and everybody rejects her. And then all of a sudden, she walks up to this little small, quaint restaurant, and it kind of looks like a little bit of like Illuminati, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very mysterious. It's a green door with like a W, like the Westworld logo, if you will, flipped upside down, and very creative, wise. So she goes inside, she meets with this guy. This is what I love about like STARZ and Showtime and HBO. All of these companies, they're tied in together. So they just like Disney, they use all the same actors and actresses, man. So you start to see some people. I don't want to spoil it too much. So I'm actually going to do kind of like a non-spoilerish, review of this, okay? And the reason why is because if I do spoil it, I think that you guys are going to get really upset, man, because this is, this thing keeps tilting. All right. Because this is like a moment, where if you're a fan of Boardwalk Empire, if you're a fan of Masters of Sex, if you're a fan of some really, really good shows that are no longer with us, or that are going into their final season, or didn't last that long, a lot of characters, a lot of actors are inside of this show, so I don't want to really ruin it. But anyway, she meets this guy who is the boss. She sits down, she interviews him. He starts asking these weird, crazy questions, that inappropriate questions, but she handles herself, man. The character's name is Tess. She handles herself very, very well, man. She doesn't panic. She stands her ground. She's very independent, and I think the best thing about this character is that, number one, she doesn't really know what she wants to do with her life at this very, very young age that she's at, you know what I'm saying? So when she's at a fork in the road, she doesn't know whether she's going to go left, right. She might as well just go ahead and go straight and head into the woods, and that's pretty much where we're at. We're in the woods of New York City, and she's out here, just having a great, great time. So I've been watching Hell's Kitchen and Kitchen Nightmares. I finally finished Hell's Kitchen. I went through 15 episodes in 7 days. It was just nonstop. Hell's Kitchen, Hell's Kitchen, Hell's Kitchen. Did it for a week, and I really, really love the show. All right, for some reason, everything is kind of gearing me towards food shows, and that's where we're at. So all of a sudden, man, I hear about this Sweetbitter, and I'm like, what is that? It didn't show anything on there. It didn't show any wine glasses. It didn't show anything. It just had like this pink logo, or this pink background, or this pink banner. And then it had this really strange looking girl. I thought she was a vampire at first. I'm serious. I thought she was a vampire. Just the way that, I don't know. Maybe I just assumed that or something. But anyway, I click on the video, you know what I'm saying? And there it is. I start watching it, and from start to finish, I'm locked in. Okay, so it really did a great job, man, with cinematography, with the editing, with the acting, with the script, everything is perfect inside of the series, man, and I really, really believe people will actually enjoy it, man. It reminds me of this. There's this dancing show, and I forget the name of it because I got so upset that they canceled it on me. And I think it's called Something to the Bone. And I'll figure it out in a second when I Google it. But I think it's called Something to the Bone or something. Starts with a bone, but it's about this ballerina, and then they cancel the show. This has that same vibe to it, man. It was pretty much like a whole entire cast of like females, and then all of a sudden, you know, right when the show is getting good, this thing keeps moving around. All right, right when the show gets good, they canceled it. All right, so I think that was on STARZ also. If it wasn't on STARZ, then it was on Showtime. One of those two shows, one of those two networks, man. But anyway, at the end of the episode, without spoiling anything, she partakes of, like, let's say this forbidden fruit, okay, and it triggers a flashback. And what I love about the flashback sequence, man, is that, you know, they switched from color to black and white. And in that moment, it told like 4 or 5 different stories of her past, or what could possibly be her future. I have no clue. Dude, this thing is just going crazy tonight. I don't know. There we go. All right. All right, but anyway, I love that sequence, man. I thought that it was really, really great. Let me see. I got to find out who directed the thing. Yeah, Richard Shepard directed the pilot episode Salt. And I'm telling you, man, I had a really, really great time. Really enjoyed everything about it. I don't know what's going to happen next episode, but let's look at the name of the episode if we can go to season 1. There's going to be 6 episodes, from what I'm understanding. 6 episodes to this thing. Let's see. Yep, 6 episodes. And number 2, second episode, Now Your Tongue is Coated. So yeah, I don't know. Every time I start watching these shows, though, I keep thinking of like Gordon Ramsay and, you know, all the stuff that he has taught me over these 15 seasons. But this thing is really, really good, the show, and I do apologize about the camera and stuff like that, man. But I had to talk about it. I had to just get you guys into it, man. It's literally, I guess, because I'm about to get into my transition of heading out, man, in about 6 or 7 months and going to a new location and stuff. And I think it's just dope to just see a character go through that, you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty cool, man. You know, just pack up and go. Just get out, go to a new place. You never know what's going to happen, you know, and just try something new, man. Every character inside of the show has different personality. There's a lot of mystery behind it, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what keeps you watching and keeps you really intrigued and kind of like, oh snap, what's going on? You can't wait to see what's happening next, man. So yeah, we'll see what happens, man. And I want to see what's going to happen with the relationship with her father towards the end of the season or something. Hopefully they tie in on that, because it's based in 2006. So she calls him on this payphone. You know what I'm saying? And then the phone disconnects at the end. I think he hung up on her. So we'll see what happens, man. That's it, guys. That's it. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode, and I'll come back next week. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. Like, good, comment.